Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 9 Japanese cruiser Ibuki. It has 10 main guns on 5 turrets, 16 torpedoes, 8 secondary guns, 66 AA guns, and she is a cruiser that goes at a top speed of 35 knots. We're on the map Islands of Ice. Love it or hate it, most of you at Tier 6 on will play this map 40–50% of your games. Now for me personally, I enjoy islands. Ocean is one of those maps I get frustrated by the playstyle. Now sometimes it gets little skirmishes and everyone's having a good time, but a lot of times it's very zergy. On this, with the island situation, you have a lot of different type of ships wanting to go to different type of locations on the map. The battleships love the open ocean around B. The destroyers and the cruisers like A and C. And the carriers want to use their squadrons to attack through either islands or mountains or the edge of the map. So you get a lot of the map full of players. And I enjoy that style more than a concentration of ships that requires a lot of focus fire zergy tactics. Because if you don't do that, they're going to do the same thing to you. So the enemy carrier has sent out fighters, dive bombers, and torpedo bombers. And as a cruiser, my first reaction is to intercept them and do damage to them, with the expectation that they are going for a battleship or a carrier. And unfortunately, that is not what this guy chooses to do. He chooses to torpedo me, and I maneuver. I take a dive bomb. Oh god. We just barely avoided that torpedo. We barely were unable to capture C. It looks like a enemy, probably destroyer with the smoke out there, has chosen to sit in C. And I'm trying to look for the source of the smoke. Now when you see that little tiny smoke, that means that a destroyer was in that precise location 3 to 5 seconds ago. So if you are skilled, you could theoretically predict their movement and possibly aim and fire without seeing them in the smoke. I see that there's another enemy destroyer and I send out torpedoes with the expectation that he would have to maneuver out of the way or die. And I'm using the module that slows your turret rotation, but it increases your rate of fire. And I land 7 shots on this guy and I do critical damage to something. As a destroyer captain, it was probably his engine or his steering, because that's what it always is. And we see an enemy Kitakami, and we want nothing of this area when there's a Kitakami in it. His first goal is going to be to torpedo everything at sea. So I make like a tree, and I leave. Oh, enemy destroyer has shown up. He's run aground. Oh, poor destroyer. Unfortunately, he also sent out torpedoes. This is probably Kitakami torpedoes, but it looks like 2 of them are lined up. Oh, I can't avoid. Oh, God. It's like I want to, you know, scrape the paint off on the starboard side. I want to redo it. That's how close these torpedoes are getting. But we're alive. And now we have control over C, and we're capturing it. And you notice I did 2 Citadel penetrations on that Kitakami with HE. So, tip for anyone, when you're fighting a Kitakami, they have much lower armor than any ship they're going to fight. Maybe destroyers, but most ships, cruiser and battleships, can get away with using HE, and if you aim for their turret area or their engine area, you will be able to penetrate and possibly have a Citadel penetration. So we got C. Now the enemy has A and B. We got guys on those too. We have a battleship on D, and it's in combat with another battleship. So we might not capture D, because they might just interrupt each other. my next plan of attack, I know that there's cruisers over in the 3-4 line, just behind this island, so I want to get a line of sight on them, and I want to fire on them. And it looks like an enemy destroyer. Yes. An enemy destroyer has chosen to come into my gun range, so I must deal with him. And we fire short. We only land 2. We could have destroyed this guy. Moment of glory, dashed, and then we fire with our front guns hitting the little tiny island in front of us. So, unsuccessful. But we shall go hunting for cruisers. Pensacola, Cleveland, all juicy, juicy targets. Who is it gonna be? Looks like the Cleveland is choosing to go broadside. Cleveland is a tier 6 cruiser, and we can deal with this. If he's gonna maintain a broadside, we are gonna switch to AP. And that's exactly what we do. We set them on fire. 9 of the 10 land. And we are reloading AP. And someone takes them away from us! Good job, teammate. And the Pensacola gets just behind the island in time for me not to have the chance to fire. And he sets me on fire and I have to use damage control. But we're doing good. We got 1 more kill than them, and we have 2 points to their 1. And we land a big shot.
Enemy heavily damaged.
Able to do a Citadel pin and 7 rounds hit. Oh yeah. Keep on staying broadside, Mr. Cruiser. We send out another salvo. And we do the same thing with 2 Citadel penetrations. Come on, reload. Kill this guy. Kill him. Are we gonna do it? Oh, we're burning down, unfortunately. Nope. We get another Citadel penetration. I don't know how we got that one. He's just barely alive. And we've... Oh! 5 hit points. We could, like, blow on him. Oh, yeah, we get that kill. We take a lot of damage, though. And I switched to use my torpedoes on this enemy Iowa. And, oh, shit. It looks like the enemy carrier has decided to bomb us. And we're turning. And oh, keep on turning, buddy. Get the butt in. Hug it in. Hug it in. Oh, we're good. We're good. Wasn't even close. But because we were turning to get a good angle for torpedoes, it actually helped us avoid the enemy's torpedoes that were dropped by the torpedo bombers. So that's good. Friendly Iowa, he like dives in front of my ship. Thank you, Mr. Iowa. And we're just gonna try and take out this Nagato. You know, obviously the Iowa is a bigger threat to me. We got 4 ships here, and if we can take out the Nagato, he's got no hit points. We're gonna help the area a lot. So I fire, and I know they're gonna land. I don't even need to watch them go. That's how awesome this ship is. So this Iowa, a Star Fox Iowa, is sailing around 2 friendlies, and I'm just so afraid. I don't want a team kill. And I figure maybe we could out DPS his ability to kill one of us. But you know, is he gonna keep going? No, he's not gonna keep going. He's in between 2 of my friendlies. I just can't do the torpedoes. But we're doing... Oh, look at that lag. Whoa, that's nice lag. And he's just sailing and oh, he just smacked into that friendly. Poor buddy. He was so innocent, so small. But he took a lot of damage out of that. And look at his health. He dropped from like 75% to 35% after that ram. Probably shouldn't have done it, considering the health of the target. But how often do you get a chance to ram someone? I probably would have done it. Oh, I would have done it. Who's gonna get the kill on this guy? Can we kill him before he kills the friendly? He's so low. Is he gonna burn down? Am I gonna fire? And someone sneaks in and he kills off the Iowa. No! If I was only more selfish, I could have said torpedoes and maybe team killed, but killed the guy before he killed 2 of our ships. But nevertheless, we've got control over 3 points. The enemy carrier is somewhere in front of me, based on the squadron attack paths. The only other ship is an enemy battleship, I believe, that is around D. And sure enough, he wants to drop his bombs and his torpedoes on me, so I'm maneuvering with the assumption that he's sending them out, and sure enough he does, and just parts for me. So, I think that's all he's got. I think he's only got 2 more fighters. So we're just sailing. Our turrets, no way will they rotate fast enough to aim on the Amagi that's over there. And he fires on me, but if he lands, you know what, I'll shake his hand. And he misses everything. There's only probably like 15-20 seconds left in the fight, based on the tick speed. I'm trying so hard to get in range, it's just not gonna happen. So, that was Islands of Ice in the Ibuki. We were able to take over C, help capture it. We destroyed an enemy destroyer. We were able to assist in damaging the Kitakami. And we were able to dodge all of those torpedoes that wanted to kill us. And eventually we moved forward, and we were putting pressure on the enemy with the help of other teammates. But, you know, the Japanese cruiser line is exciting. I love every ship that I've played in it, and I hope you have a chance to work your way down. I hope you enjoyed this Ibuki, and I will catch you guys next time.